Imagine a world where, in a blink of an eye, the oceans and seas, which cover more than 70% of the Earth's surface, suddenly vanish. The vast blue expanses that we've always known, stretching to the horizon, disappear without a trace. What happens next is a tale of unimaginable change, a world transformed into something unrecognizable. This is the story of what might occur if all the sea water in the world was to drain away. At first, there is disbelief. The tide pulls back, but it doesn't return. The moon's pull no longer brings its familiar rise and fall, and the coasts, once kissed by the gentle waves, are left barren. The shock waves ripple through the world. In the coastal cities, people watch in awe as the water recedes, exposing the ocean floor for the first time in human history. Beaches stretch further than ever before, revealing strange new lands, once submerged, now left exposed. Coral reefs, seaweed forests, and the homes of countless marine creatures are abandoned and left behind. The world wonders, where has the water gone? In the blink of an eye, marine life, from the tiniest plankton to the largest whales, is lost. The oceans are teeming with life, yet in this strange new world, the oceans are dry, and the once thriving ecosystems vanish. Fish, dolphins, and sea turtles no longer swim in the vast expanse of the ocean. Coral reefs, once vibrant and full of color, now lie in ruin, lifeless on the land. The entire food chain of the sea has broken. Birds that once flew over the water to feast on fish circle above, unable to find food. The seas, the great life-givers of the planet, have disappeared, taking with them an entire world of creatures. As the waters vanish, something else begins to shift. The Earth, once moderated by the vast oceans, begins to change. Without the oceans to regulate temperature, the world becomes an unpredictable place. The sun beats down relentlessly on the land during the day, scorching the earth, while at night the cold becomes unbearable, with no oceans to hold heat. The land that once enjoyed a comfortable climate now experiences extreme temperatures, ranging from boiling heat in the day to freezing cold at night. The once mild seasons turn into harsh extremes. The most troubling effect of all, rain. Without oceans to provide moisture through evaporation, the skies grow empty. Rivers, lakes, and streams begin to dry up. The great clouds that once formed over the seas no longer gather, and the world enters a terrifying drought. Crops fail, water becomes scarce, and the air itself feels dry and desolate. A deadly thirst settles over the land. What was once the ocean floor is now a vast new territory. Underwater mountain ranges, valleys, and trenches emerge, their silent, ancient features stretching across the newly exposed land. The coastline cities once bordered by the sea now stand at the edge of what seems like an alien world, land that was hidden beneath the water for millennia, now uncovered. But it is not only the land that has changed. The loss of the oceans exposes the earth to new, unforeseen challenges. Without the water to buffer the land, winds grow harsher, and the sun burns brighter. The soil, once nourished by the ocean's tides, begins to dry and crack. What was once a fertile land near the coast turns into arid desert, and even the plains inland start to wither. The once thriving ports and fishing villages now stand abandoned, their boats stranded on the land. The lifeblood of global trade is lost. As the seas have disappeared, so has the world's connection to distant lands and resources. No more ships sailing between continents, no more deep-sea exploration, no more maritime trade routes that once linked humanity in a web of commerce. With the oceans gone, the Earth's water cycle collapses. Rivers begin to dry up, and the groundwater becomes harder to access. Freshwater supplies, once abundant and seemingly endless, start to dwindle. Cities that once relied on ocean trade for survival now scramble for water. Desalination plants are useless, for there is no ocean water left to turn into fresh water. People begin to fight over the last remnants of usable water. The desperate search for water leads to widespread conflict, with nations fighting over what little remains. The cities on the coasts that once thrived because of the seas now find themselves isolated, unable to meet their basic needs. Without the oceans, no amount of ingenuity can replace the precious water that has been lost. The cycle of life as we knew it is broken. As time passes, the effects of the ocean's disappearance become clearer. The atmosphere grows thinner, oxygen levels decrease, and the air feels heavier. The once thriving world is now a place of barren lands and stifling heat. Dust storms sweep across the earth, and the once bountiful planet is now a desert. People live in scattered communities, huddled near the last remnants of freshwater sources. The earth, without its seas, has become an alien planet, harsh, unforgiving, and nearly uninhabitable. The world remembers the oceans, the great seas that once cradled life. The stories of the waters that were lost are passed down, spoken of in hushed tones as people look out at the empty horizon, where the sea once met the sky. The great myth of the ocean's disappearance lives on, a cautionary tale for the future. The memory of the seas lives on in the hearts of those who knew them. As humanity struggles to survive, the story of what was lost, the richness of the oceans, the teeming life beneath the waves, and the connection to the vast blue world, remains a distant dream, a reminder of how fragile the balance of nature truly is. And so, Earth stands silent, a world without water, where life once thrived, now scattered in the sands of time. Hey, thanks for sticking around until the end. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with some who would love it, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to turn on the notifications by clicking the bell so you're always in the loop. See you next time.